Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. On your way in, hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. It supports the podcast and it doesn't cost you anything. Folks, we're going to talk about altcoins, Bitcoin dominance, and much more. Before we do, friendly reminder, my book, Rethinking Crypto, is live on Amazon. Be sure to grab a copy to support the podcast. Also, I have a book signing event on April 30th in New York City, right across the street from the Wall Street Bull. We're going to do this in the financial district. So come, join me. We can talk crypto, get a signed copy of the book, and get some food, get some drinks, and so forth. It will be at Station 3 NYC. Links in the description to go RSVP and get more details. All right, let's jump into the market, folks. Not much happening right now. We're still waiting for Bitcoin to find its legs and to start moving upwards, right? We know the pullback we're seeing right now is healthy. It's building support levels so that we can then rise up and break through resistance. Nothing goes up in a straight line. This is just market cycles playing out. You look at it on the RSI, Bitcoin still looks like it has a bit more of strength to keep going downwards and before it finds that bottom, which is fine. It may chop here sideways over the next few weeks and then start moving. However, some analysts are recognizing the following, and that is Bitcoin's dominance is starting to break downwards, and that's a good sign for altcoins. It means the liquidity is going to start flowing to alts. They're going to start popping off. So Crypto Wizard is the first to call out this, saying a weekly breakout below the 55.2% or 20% Wizard support is upon us. Alts are beginning to gather strength against Bitcoin. Patience pays. So we'll see if this actually plays out. But also, analyst Tech Dev is saying altcoins are ready. The market is not. Also showing where we're at on the macro chart versus previous bull market cycles. So we could see many of these alts recover and start to push through to higher highs. I'm not saying this is the move to new all-time highs, but it runs in phases, right? We saw Bitcoin run up and then liquidity will flow to alts. They'll start moving and then Bitcoin will do its next leg up and then rinse and repeat. This is how the market moves. And I often try to share that with you guys to help you to have perspective. So some people may say, why is my coin not pumping? Well, first, how is Bitcoin performing? Because the liquidity flows from Bitcoin. Second, the altcoin market, we see it's divided into tiers. There's, meme coins, there's utility coins, and much more. Sometimes you have laggards like XRP, Cardano, and so forth, which haven't really popped off, but eventually the liquidity will get to them. So we have to be patient. And I've been here for multiple bull market cycles, and I've seen this before. I've seen coins lag, and I'm like, why is it not moving? And then I see the liquidity eventually moves from certain categories of alts to the next category. So we may see like meme coins start to pop off and so forth. Guys, the other thing we've been watching is the DXY, the dollar currency index, because when that's going down, risk assets like Bitcoin, crypto, the stock market start to pump. And when it's going up, we know the story there. So I'm hoping the DXY starts to lose strength and starts to break downwards, and we can see a nice rally. Now, this may happen over the next few weeks, as I said earlier, that I'm waiting for Bitcoin to find its bottom, its support here, and then start bouncing upwards. And we are certainly in a bull market. It's just these things happen in bull markets. If you go back and look at the charts, look at the history, this is normal. This is a healthy pullback to build support levels. So we'll have to wait and see. Now, with the liquidity flowing to alts, we may start to see meme coins pop off again. Even though I don't hold much meme coins, I'm not a big fan of meme coins, but I don't hate them. It's not for me. But I know people are making money off of them, and they help bring in a lot of new people to the market. We'll talk a bit about that later. But Sentiment, which is a great partner of the podcast, if you want to get a pro account, you can get a discount using the code Thinking Crypto. They have their top 10 trending tokens on social media. First up is Velo, is trending at number 1 with decent positive sentiment. Coming in at 2 is a meme coin, Bonk, which is on Solana with positive sentiment. Bitcoin comes in at number 3 with positive sentiment. Shiba Inu comes in at 4. There you go, folks, with positive sentiment. You got Rune or Thorchain, and the ticker symbol is Rune, coming in with positive sentiment at 5. And here's another meme coin, Popcat. Yes, Popcat on Solana with positive sentiment. Floki comes in at 7 here. Floki on Ethereum with positive sentiment. Then you have Tectum. The ticker symbol is TET. I've never heard of this project, but very strong positive sentiment. XRP comes in at number 9 with positive sentiment. And finally, Soul Chat. I don't know what this is. Ticker symbol is chat, but the positive to negative ratio is not great. Positive sentiment is at 42.68%, negative sentiment at 42.26%, neutral at 15.06%. So those are your top 10 trending tokens on social media. Now, I stated that, what could bring in more people into the markets and what coins could start to pump are meme coins. So there's an article here by Cointelegraph. What are meme coins good for? Social signaling, says Avalanche founder. So Amin Gunsir believes meme coins have become an entertaining entry point for crypto-curious newcomers, but remain risky investments. That's exactly my thesis. I don't hate it, but it's very risky. And I often tell people it's like walking into the casino and throwing it on black, right? Some of these meme coins pop up overnight, and then there's a lot of rug pulls with them versus established projects which have been around for a long time, which are in the top 10, like Avalanche, AVAX, like Solana, like XRP, Cardano, and so forth. So love them or hate them, meme coins are all the rage in 2024. Despite the inherent risk of aping a new coin, Avalanche founder Amin Gunsir believes that they are bringing value and new users into the crypto ecosystem. Speaking exclusively to Cointelegraph reporter Ezra Reguera at Token 2049 in Dubai, Gunsir weighed up the benefits and drawbacks of the rise of meme coins across several blockchain protocols. From Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana to Avalanche, meme coins have made fortunes and ruined portfolios in recent months. Here's a quote: "They're great for the space because they bring people in. They keep them excited, occupied, and concentrated on what the technology can do," Gunsir said. The CEO of Ava Labs conceded that many critics argue that meme coins bring no value to the ecosystem, just as the rise of non-fungible tokens had detractors. Gunsir said their value is not tied to the prospect of making fortunes, but to attracting newcomers to the space. So look, they exist. This is the free market, right? Whether you don't like something, it's not for you to say they should be banned and so forth. I do believe, though, there should be disclosures and people know, hey, this is very risky. This is the riskiest aspect of the crypto market. Meme coins, like I said, can be created overnight and then rugged within a week, literally. I've seen that. So do your research. You may say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go with meme coins that have been around the block and that are more established, have a large community. So there's less likelihood of being rugged, like Dogecoin or Shiba Inu, right? I hold a little bit of Dogecoin, but I'm not heavily invested in it. I'm not banking on it. I kind of just hold it as a keepsake. Like I have some Dogecoin, right? Because it's been around for so long. But by no means am I banking my entire investment strategy on that. I'm sure many of you know that. Like I literally have like a few hundred Dogecoin. That's it. While some people may have a few 100,000 or tens of thousands, I only have a few hundred. In full disclosure, right? I try to keep it honest with you guys. So I agree with Amin here. And just be careful, folks. Just do your research. Now, Bitcoin halving hype breaks week-long ETFs outflow streak. So, folks, we're starting to see the Bitcoin ETF start to gain inflows again, especially after the Bitcoin halving. And I think the buying is starting as the bottom is coming in for Bitcoin with this pullback. And there has been, some outflows, which is expected. ETFs, as you all know, guys, being managed by RIAs and wealth managers are going to rebalance, right? They are going to sell to take profits. That is inherent with ETFs. So please note that. But we're still seeing incredible inflows. And BlackRock continues to see the lion's share of that. They are getting, even with the overall cool down that we saw with this pullback, they were still getting really good inflows. And I had shared an article with you guys in a previous podcast this past week where they're close to passing Grayscale's GBTC. So things are progressing. Now, I told you guys earlier this week about the Hong Kong Bitcoin ETFs that are going to be launching at the end of the month, April 30th. However, there's a report coming in here from Bloomberg saying that mainland Chinese investors may not be able to touch this. Now, I think this is temporary. They're going to start in Hong Kong, test the waters, right? You're going to have institutional investors and these people participating. Eventually, it will open up to mainland China. We know retail, they got green lighted to invest in crypto again last year, and all the financial institutions and banking and so forth started opening up for crypto companies and much more. So it's just a matter of time, folks. So just a heads up, if you see this headline, wait a minute, mainline Chinese people can't touch it. Well, yeah, I mean, China's pretty restrictive, but we've seen historically every time they ban crypto or try to do something, and I'm talking about going back to 2016, 2017, people still find a way to invest, right? They use proxies and much more. You can't stop people from accessing this. And what people sometimes do, they'll send money to their family in areas where they can buy it. Like if you know somebody in Hong Kong and you're in mainland China, you send them some money and then they buy some Bitcoin or whatever and they send it to you. You're not blocking this. It's kind of nuts that the governments are trying to do this, but it's all about control, right? They want to control as much as possible. So, nevertheless, this will all open up to the entire globe. It's just a matter of these countries making sure they can tax it and get their revenues, because we see they're not banning anything anymore. Those who tried to ban they saw it was a failed effort. They can't do it. Folks, quick word from our sponsor, and that is VeChain. VeChain is one of the top layer one enterprise blockchains out there. I'm very bullish on VeChain. I've been holding the VET token for years. Many of you know I had it in my portfolio. I'm still bullish on it. I still continue to accumulate. And I believe VeChain is going to be one of the top winners. They're building incredible Web3 and decentralized applications. They're partnered with many of the biggest brands around the world, such as PwC, BMW, Walmart China. They are also working with Boston Consulting Group to build incredible decentralized applications and ecosystems. Folks, the VeChain blockchain is very energy efficient. It's very scalable. And that's why many enterprises are building on it. And if you'd like to learn more about VeChain, please visit vchain.org. Link will be in the description. Now, we got some Web3 news here as it relates to brands using NFTs and much more. So Blockworks headline reads, Web3 watch. Someone at ADIDAS likes crypto culture. So ADIDAS, as you all know, they embarked into NFTs along with Nike and others. And I think that, things are still early where they're trying to figure out things, like Starbucks, they kind of pause their NFT program. Part of that is the regulatory uncertainty. Are they going to get sued by scumbag regulator Gary Gensler, right? You saw Stoner Cats get sued and others. It's ridiculous. These companies can't even issue artwork and collectibles with their products. I mean, what are we dealing with here? And I guess that's why I call Gary a scumbag. So ADIDAS continues their efforts. Move to Earn app STEPN announced a long-term collaboration with the global sports brand this week, talking about ADIDAS. The partnership so far comprises of the launch of 1,000 generative Solana-based NFTs for ADIDAS sneakers. So we continue to see the adoption, and many of these brands are going to test the waters and do a lot of trial and error. I think this is the testing phase. So, I'm not expecting to see any full global production launch to millions of people. They're going to start with small amounts and test it and see what works. And look, I've often stated we are still in the early days of this market. There needs to be future iterations of apps and ways to onboard people so that it becomes easy. It's not difficult for folks. So STEPN users must have a sneaker NFT to use the Movement app, which pays out rewards in GMT and GST tokens for users' movement. The ADIDAS NFTs went on sale this week for 10,000 GMTC a piece, worth roughly $2,400 at current prices. We are ready to step into the future with STEPN official. ALTS by ADIDAS wrote on X. Also this month, Web3 online survival game Crypto the Game lets users bid on Adidas branded tracksuits in an immunity challenge. Adidas global head of Web3 strategy is Evgeny Medvedev, if I pronounced that right, apologies if I butchered it, who previously worked in business development at NFT company Rarible. So Fascinating what's happening, folks. And this is the future, the token economy, NFTs and different tokens being used. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a token that's on the open crypto market. It can be a token within the community. But what's different this time around from tokens that and reward tokens that have been issued in the past is now it is on the blockchain, verifiable, so there's no fraud, there's no duplicating it, and in addition, you can use it in many different ways. It's, you know, many other brands may partner together and collaborate and allow you to cross-pollinate the tokens and do different things, right? So it's going to be something that's be going to be part of many brands' strategies and many ecosystems, social networks, and so forth. Now, we also got news here that Justin Sun drops a Hans Zimmer track amid the SEC chase. Now, Justin Sun, I don't really trust him. I'm not hating on the guy. I've just seen shady stuff with him in the past, but I'm a fan of Hans Zimmer. I'm sure many of you appreciate his music compositions for movies and so forth. So the prodigious film score composer Hans Zimmer catalog includes The Lion King, Dune, Interstellar, and now Layer 1 blockchain Tron. The 3-minute song for the Web3 generation is a groundbreaking collaboration between legendary composer Hans Zimmer and blockchain visionary Justin Sun, according to a YouTube video uploaded by Tron. So a very interesting collaboration here, but Justin Sun has a lot of money, so sometimes he pays for these things to happen. I do appreciate his efforts in doing some of these things, but there's been some shady stuff in the past. So we'll see, folks. Now, some other things to note: NFTs will be excluded from PayPal's purchase protection program, which partly serves to protect buyers from scams after a policy change goes into effect May 20th. The popular NFT platform Magic Eden has a partnership coming with Layer 2 Base on April 25th. Crypto the Game concluded with one lone survivor taking home 80 Ether, though not without controversy. So things continue to progress, folks. And remember, we're still early, so things need to be fine-tuned. There needs to be more iteration. Now, folks, I told you guys about this in a previous podcast this past week about the IRS issuing new reporting requirements, some of which don't make sense, right? We talked about it, that they are trying to get nodes and certain brokers and stuff who need to report, but they can't, right? But I told you guys the industry is going to fight back and we have to educate the government. So Jake Cherversky, who's a well-known lawyer in the crypto industry, said, "Bad news. Despite years of industry engagement with the IRS explaining why unhosted wallets can't be brokers, the message somehow hasn't landed. Good news," he says, "rules that make literally no sense at all rarely survive scrutiny in the courts." And then he said, finally, "Great news, we will likely be filing lawsuits," or we really like filing lawsuits, I should say. So there's one part of education and the other, we'll take them to the court and beat them there. That's been really the checks and balances for the government overreach, like the SEC and many others who are just doing ridiculous things. And we've been handing them losses in the courts. We got some crypto hiring news. Coinbase exec departs from ZK Sync development company. Elsewhere, a former Disney gaming lead goes Web3 and OKX executives depart. So, Nana Moragasan, who previously served as the Vice President of Business Development, International, and Listings at Coinbase, has moved on to become the President of Matter Labs. Matter Labs is the software company developing the Layer 2 ZK Sync and Ethereum Layer 2 focus on zero-knowledge proofs. Here, while Coinbase will have to replace the executive, the departure is not a sudden one. Morgeson announced that he would be leaving Coinbase in November of last year. Now, former Disney gaming executive co-founds Web3 game publisher UAE-based Galactic Group is launching a Web3 game publishing arm named Galactic Entertainment, the company said in a press release. Mark Myers, the company's co-founder and chief publishing officer, rose to become the head of Disney's gaming studios in the late aughts, leaving the company in 2012 to found an Internet of Things startups. In a press release, Myers extolled Web3 games' ability to let players earn in-game goods that they actually own. So this is part of the token economy, folks, and this is why you see these people are trying to build the ecosystems or the games and much more. you're going to be able to earn in these games. And these tokens are not going to be like the tokens of the past. Like I said before, it's on the blockchain. It can leave the ecosystem and go in the open market, and other brands can accept it as payment. And you can also sell the tokens for cash. So this is why the metaverse and gaming provides an incredible opportunity for people to earn globally. It opens up a lot of financial opportunities and for people to earn a living. So incredible stuff. Now, other notable hiring news: longtime senior executives at crypto exchange OKX, Tim Bayan and Wei Lan, left the company for unclear reasons. Franklin B became a general partner at Pantera Capital. Former CoinDesk editor and reporter Tracy Wang joined Framework Ventures as head of special projects. Stefan Levin started as head of ops, finance, and legal at Flashbots. Natalie Mullins became an associate investor at Bain Capital Crypto. Now, we also have some crypto funding news. So from Blockworks, funding wrap, Centrifuge raises $15 million as investors bet on RWA, so real world asset tokenization, of course. That's RWAs are, I mean, definitely a big part of the future of the token economy. Everything will be on the blockchain. So as mentioned, Centrifuge raised $15 million. The round was co-led by Parify Capital and Greenfield and follows on $7 million in strategic capital Centrifuge raised throughout 2022. So Centrifuge facilitates pools of tokenized real-world assets, including assets like loans, credit, and real estate. These pools are designed specifically to manage RWA liquidity pools, which are assets locked in a smart contract that help facilitate a liquid market. These pools consist of assets locked in a smart contract to support a liquid market for these RWAs. Centrifuge tokenizes assets by creating NFTs that embed links to detailed off-chain data. Folks, you see what's happening here? See how NFTs beyond artwork are going to be used? It's going to be used for contracts and insurance plans and premiums and all that stuff. Incredible what's taking place. This method leverages blockchain technology to ensure transparency and accessibility while securing sensitive data off-chain as outlined in the project's documentation. Centrifuge says $285 million worth in assets are held in its liquidity pools, a figure that increased quickly after sitting around $80 million at the end of 2022. So we're seeing incredible growth. Also this week, tokenized real estate platform Homium raised a $10 million Series A to put up home equity loans on the Avalanche blockchain. The round was led by University of Utah-linked Sorensen Impact Group and Avalanche's Blizzard Ecosystem Fund. Homium offers homeowners shared appreciation loans that are pooled with other loans and converted to tokenized security. The product aims to provide tokenized access to home appreciation at scale. Homium's loans are currently only available in Colorado. Let's see, Puffer, the latest restaking protocol to close a round. As EigenLayer went to a phased mainnet, liquid restaking protocol Puffer announced $18 million in a Series A funding round. The round was led by Brevin Howard Digital and Electric Capital. Coinbase Ventures, Kraken Ventures, Franklin Templeton, and Fidelity Investments linked Avon Ventures were among the other participants in the round. Puffer is rolling out Puff ETH, a liquid restaking token that aims to offer holders exposure to yield from Ethereum staking and EigenLayer restaking. The protocol is not yet in mainnet. Some other notable funding news includes massive multiplayer online game Avalon closed a $10 million round led by Bitcraft Ventures and Hashed. P2 Ventures committed $50 million via the Hadron Founders Club to support Polygon ecosystem startups. Truster, the second largest protocol on Blast, raised $7.5 million in seed funding led by Pantera Capital. Andreessen Horowitz raised a $7.2 billion fund, but not for its crypto arm, but some of that money will go to crypto. DeFi for content creators, a startup Matera, raised $3.6 million. Runes Dex, our decentralized exchange, raised a $2 million seed round for the new fungible token slated to launch on Bitcoin at the halving. So, folks, the capital keeps flowing in. If you are an entrepreneur, innovator, this is the time to go pitch that idea, folks, and get some money, because these folks are investing in not only the coins, but the companies building the infrastructure. Just like the gold rush, There are people making money off the picks and shovels, not just getting the gold. So it's certainly an opportunity here. All right, folks. Friendly reminder, I'll be at the DC Blockchain Summit on May 15th and 16th. If you're in the DC area, love to meet up with you and attend. The summit is on the 15th, and the Blockchain Education Day, where we're going to go to Capitol Hill, is on the 16th. This is being put together by the Chamber of Digital Commerce. There are some incredible speakers. They're going to be there. Many members of Congress, Patrick McHenry, Mike Flood, Hester Peirce of the SEC, Caroline Pham of the CFTC, Kristen Gillibrand, Cynthia Lummis, and many industry leaders, folks. So it will be a great day. I'm really looking forward to Blockchain Education Day going on Capitol Hill. So you can get a discount on the tickets. Use the code Thinking Crypto. Links will be in the description. Check it out, folks. And if you're going to be there, I'll see you there. Thank you for watching and listening, and I'll talk to you all later.